Hey everybody, and welcome along to this week's edition of the Irish Golfer Podcast. Peter Finnan here, and joined by Rode McNamara.
Oh, I've been waiting for
You're
this.
back. You've been waiting for what?
It's just to slag you.
Why?
So you were playing a stupid little sport and now you hurt yourself.
Yeah, I came
This
hobbling
is
in.
what you get for joining the woke brigade.
I came hobbling into the office this week. Did ankle ligaments playing paddle the other night. Yeah.
No sympathy for you at all. You deserve it.
Yeah, it transpires as well. I'm the worst paddle player ever known in the history of the woke sport that you've been talking about. So we were down to play for an hour and a half. We played for 45 minutes. We mixed up the teams and everything. I'm 100% the weak link of the four. For 45 minutes we played. I didn't win one game.
That's terrible.
In 45 minutes, I was being targeted. The three lads just lashing balls at me. Yeah, I'm not able.
You're a contributor.
Then went down.
You're part of the reason why Ireland won't produce any tennis stars. You're just flooding out the talent drain.
Yeah.
That's what you're doing.
No, it's bad. It's bad, yeah. But yeah, the show must go on. Hobbling into the office. Had to get it
Podcast
done.
sponsored by VHI Healthcare.
Yeah, so this podcast is brought to you in association with... Who was it brought to you by, Ronan?
Flowgas.
Flowgas. What do Flowgas do?
Well, they don't do healthcare anyway, so they're no good to you.
Energy. Gas, electricity and solar. If you're looking for any dual fuel, EV charging, cylinders or LPG, flowgas.ie is where you go. They support golf at every level, including sponsoring some of our top amateur players, top amateur events with Golf Ireland, and they have their logo on a few of our aspiring touring pros as well. So they do support golf at every level. If you are up for renewal or you're in the market for a new energy provider, visit flowgas.ie. You won't go too far wrong. All right.
Where are we going?
Where are we going? Well, there's so much to get into this week. There's a lot has gone on in the world of golf in the 6 or 7 days since we hit record last. Like, we've Gotterup winning again, Reed winning again, Smiley hitting the jackpot and Live. I don't know. Where do you want to start?
Start off with the PGA Tour last night, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was great.
Yeah, like this tournament, it was great viewing. It was great viewing. Bits of it got a bit stupid again with crowd interactions and stuff like that. But yeah, I loved watching it as a tournament. I love risk reward the last 3 or 4 holes. Like, there is a lot at stake. There's a lot of jeopardy in this tournament, and the last few holes do lend themselves to, you have a gun to your head, you have to hit the right shots. And it's total, like, you can't miss greens. It's spin control. The greens were firm. It was fast. It was fiery. And we got a fireworks finish.
Yeah, it was class. I really thought Matsuyama was going to hang on. Like, he played absolutely horrendous.
I know, he
And,
was
like,
all over the shop. It was like
some
me
of the-
playing paddle.
Some of the Hollywood recovery shots he was playing, and his skill around the greens is criminally underrated, and he was putting beautifully as well. Just couldn't keep it up, although I do think he wasn't helped by what happened towards the end either.
And it happened a few times throughout the round. This is the thing. This is the nasty bit of this tournament. When you get, 250,000 people on site, you're always going to get a few messers, especially when there's drink involved and a lot of drinking involved.
Yeah, but I feel that happens every week anyway. Whenever it's the waste management, it's almost as if we're looking out for it, and we're going to obviously clamp down and give out about what happened. But like, it's every week, I'm sure.
It's every week, but it's not at the top of their backswing, and it's not when they're about to execute a shot. You know, even at the Ryder Cup, the lads were giving out, like, they don't mind anything when you're addressing the ball, when you're, calculating your yardages. People say what they say. It's just when you're about to pull the trigger or you're in process of in the shot when someone does something that is unacceptable. And that happened quite a bit this week by the looks of it.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, even there was an influencer going around paying people.
I had never heard of this guy.
Like,
have you heard of him? Like, I'm not a
No.
big YouTube guy.
never heard of him. Don't really want to know him. What a clown.
Yeah, but this is what this guy, Jack Doherty, is this what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, like this guy's...
Not the Clonagale fullback.
Yeah. But this guy's made like millions, makes millions every year, goes around with... I only went looking afterwards, like brings a security guard around with him like a big guy and goes abusing lads and then lets the security guard sort it out. Like, he needs the head punched off him.
Oh, he should be banned forever.
Well, I think he is banned for life
Good.
now.
As should
For
the
doing
guy who yelled over Matsuyama's putt and then obviously on the backswing in the playoff hole too. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, I like, you did again. This is this element of golf that it's. I know you're saying every week we get something like this, but the waste management every year. I hate bringing a negative into it because it's such a good golf
Such a good
tournament.
event.
Such a good tournament, such a good event. It's just, yeah, it's the typical. The Yanks can't handle their Michelob Ultras.
No. But even then, like the 16th hole seems to have calmed down a bit. Hasn't it?
Yeah, it's not. It's more corporate now, it seems, with the skyboxes and stuff like that. And it is. You know, we didn't get a hole in one in it this week, so we didn't get that tested of
Yeah.
lads.
But Joel
like,
Damon
flooding
still
the green
chipped
and
in
stuff. Yeah.
and didn't get his tits out.
And not this time.
No.
But no, it was. It was a really good. It was a really good watch, and I think it was added to as a good watch by Hideki being all over the shop. Like, he hit two fairways in the whole round, like, and really struggling with his game. Still shot 68,
Yeah.
which shows.
Well, like you take advantage of the par fives. You know, there are 3 birdies there for you. Then if you can just get away with
Hang
things
in
as
there.
he did, and to his credit, he did, and his short game was brilliant. It's just, yeah, it's amazing how, I was thinking about this last night, it's amazing how he's done all this for 17 holes, and then on the last, it comes back to bite you.
Well, the driver, yeah, like, it's the one thing. I don't know why, even in the playoff, like, then to stick it in the water.
Yeah,
what he's
he got
doing, like-
unlucky with that. He cannoned off, I don't know how you describe one of the metal things that holds like the rope to keep the people outside together.
Yeah,
And it cannoned off that and went flying back into the water. Now, a bad break, but given how he'd driven the ball and what he gotten away with, probably didn't deserve any more luck.
just know the one that's one too many. Like, he needed to put driver away. Like,
Yeah, but he was missing it both ways. Like he was majorly missing to the right, and some of the stuff was horrendous. And yeah, just really, really, it was a shame because you knew the event was over pretty much, and he hits a brilliant shot then in. And in fairness to Gotterup, he hit a poor shot in from 90 yards and made a brilliant putt. And I was like, geez, you wouldn't pick this guy out of a lineup walking down Grafton Street. And outside of Scheffler, he's been probably the most clutch player over the last 4 or 5 months.
he won 4 in his last 11 starts. I couldn't believe that stat and looking at it, and like, he's pretty much a lock for the next Ryder Cup. We're that far out. He's playing into, yeah, I like you're saying. I wouldn't know him if he walked by me in the street. Like, I literally wouldn't. But I do like the look of him. I like the.
I'm a fan.
There's something about him.
Yeah, I'm a fan, I have to say.
He mixes it up a bit. There's something.
And like he doesn't look like a golfer. He's just like everything is done with like straight arms, and even like just the way he is, it just looks like a club golfer. But then, like, he's great to watch.
Like,
Thrilling stuff at times.
He birdied 5 of the last 6 holes and then birdied the playoff hole to get this done. On that golf course, under that pressure, he admitted himself through 9 holes. Like, I wasn't even looking at the leaderboard. I was just trying to get it in as low as I could. And then with 3 holes to go, I knew, I'm in the mix here. And then he goes and birdies 16, 17, or 16 and 17 and 18. Like, it's unreal. Even the make percent on the 72nd hole when he got up, because he'd blocked his tee shot. He was in the crap on the right, like, and he was hitting back. Looking at the odds and the stats, because he was 2 shots behind at that stage. He left himself like a seriously long approach from the rough on the right-hand side on the 72nd. He had a 0.07% chance of winning that tournament before he hit that. And then he gets up and down for birdie, and then all hell breaks loose behind him with Hideki. Hideki he just couldn't manage his way home, you know? Like, that's why I was saying no to one that's one too many. Like, if it's the chase, you need to take the low offer sometimes. There was just a bang of going for it off Hideki, and there was no need.
Yeah, true. But even like he actually fell behind to Michael Thorbjornsen. And I don't know, maybe eagling the 15th for Thorbjornsen was the worst thing he could have possibly done. because he just stands on 16. He's absolutely startled. Shit, I'm leading. And just obviously didn't calm down and made an absolute balls of 16 and 17. And will probably be forgotten about because of what happened to Matsuyama and Gotterup. But I mean, there was at one point there was 4 or 5 lads who could have won this. Even like Nikolai Højgaard was a birdie off making the playoff.
He had a treble on the front nine.
And I don't know, was he maybe trying to hole out with his second shot, or did he just catch a flyer on 18?
Yeah.
But I mean, anywhere on the green, you have a decent birdie chance there. And all of a sudden, he could have been looking at his first PGA Tour win. And like Scotty Scheffler, when he drained that putt from off the green on 11, I was like, here we go.
Yeah.
We're in. Like, he's going to win this thing. But yeah, no, brilliant viewing for a Sunday night.
Scheffler's awesome, isn't he? Like the way he's gone about this, and you look at his overall stats. There was some stats there on his top tens. It's just outrageous what he's done. Top tens. I'm looking for it here.
But we don't want Scheffler winning every week, but he actually is compelling in the sense that if he's lingering around, you're going to watch, even if you don't really have that much of an interest in the tournament.
Because you know he's
gonna do
fireworks at
something.
any time. Yeah, it's a 17 consecutive top 10 finish on the PGA Tour. It's the longest streak since Billy Casper had 17 straight top 10s in 1964-65.
There's probably only 10 people playing at that time.
But that's outrageous.
Yeah, no,
In that long. When
it's
you think that's
unbelievable.
all through the Tiger era, top 10s, he's just never far away.
Siwoo Kim's on his way to that at the moment. He'll just never win anything.
Yeah, but like...
That put on 17 was horrendous.
Justin Ray actually messaged out that on Scheffler as well. Closed with a 64. He's most rounds of 64 and lower in the PGA Tour on the last 5 seasons. He's had 35 of them. And the closest to him was Justin Thomas with 22, then Ben Griffin 21, Xander Schauffele 21. So he's like so far ahead on the last 5 seasons on just those low rounds. But like, yeah, it's crazy. And he's nearly unbackable for the Masters.
Yeah.
Like he's 3-1. He's like clear favourite.
Oh yeah, by far. And you kind of worry for the rest of the field because he's capable of lapping everybody and winning this by 7-8 shots.
It was nice in this golf course though to see like the way Gotterup. I have to give him credit because he's winning on different golf courses. Like the Sony Open earlier in the year was a bit softer. This was firm. You needed really to be in control of your ball flight, your spin, all that sort of stuff. He won in Scotland last year as well. It was similar. So he's a proper ball striker. Like, even in his chipping and his putting this week were really good. And that was one area that exposed a lot of the field this week. They messed about with like fairway mow heights. There was a lot of overseeding. There was a lot of grain.
Yeah.
A lot of guys duffing chips this week.
Yeah, Scheffler as well.
A lot of guys.
Scheffler doesn't like things going wrong, does he?
No.
He's on the verge of this. Wasn't in like St. Paul's, Laird at the Corinthians. I read over my muesli this morning.
Yeah, no.
Like fucking hell, Meredith. What shit are you making me read?
No, it was like, yeah, it is nice. Whatever they were doing around the greens in this golf course or whatever they're doing to frizzle the players like that and get into their heads. I want to see more of it, like, because this chipping and putting just being so one-dimensional in the States. When you get courses like this that actually mess with grain, overseeding, slope, because there was a lot of guys
And just
duffing chips.
basic runoff areas.
Yeah, a
as
lot
well.
of guys duff. Yeah, but it's whatever they're doing with the grass on them, whatever way they're mowing it, how long they're leaving it, the grain that they have on it. I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Like, test these guys a bit more around the greens because the answer is simple: just hit the green.
Yeah.
But if you're not on the fairway, you have a less statistical chance of hitting the green. So you're putting an emphasis on hitting the targets.
Yeah, there was actually a lot of punishment as well for driving in the rough, but
Except for Hideki.
yeah, but some of the chipping on show really was disastrous at times, and Morikawa is probably the worst. I mean, that guy's going through it. Like Victor Hovland, was 14th in strokes gained around the green for someone who's known as a poor chipper. That's pretty good.
Yeah, Fitzy was up
And
there as well.
you take a lot from that, given the type of grass they were playing off as well, and how, like as you said, it sort of messed with the players' heads. Like, I'd actually, if you were looking at maybe like around the greens at Augusta, you'd take a lot of heed from what you saw this week.
Yeah. No, definitely. definitely.
It still won't stop me from putting money on Morikawa for the Masters.
Really?
I do most years.
Yeah, because it's a strokes gained approach type of golf course, isn't it? And he is a good iron player.
It's probably one of the worst chippers ever.
Yeah, but no, he'll get his act together. I wouldn't put you off that.
No, but it was just such a throwback to, was it the Sony Open or Tournament Champions he threw away because he was like duffing pitches a couple of years ago.
I think, but I'm looking at his stats here now on his short game. We got to see that, like, he made an absolute arse of that one chip.
Yeah.
But he didn't drop strokes. In strokes gained around the greens, he actually gained on the field this week. So it's, he's not actually chipping that bad. It's just them lies in particular made. I seen Jordan Spieth as well laying sod over a few things.
Yeah.
Earlier in the week, like, it's just there was so many guys uphill. You're like something that you think you can be aggressive on, and that leading edge just hits the ground first and it stops. So yeah, it was just Velcro. It was real sticky, stodgy type of lies they're getting. So yeah, I'm all for it. More of it. Start growing in, whatever. Grow into players. Yeah, that's a good segue into the fifth major talk.
Oh God, it just can't be. Like, it just isn't. No one ever stands like. You 4 kids are trying to get into golf, I'm sure, at some stage. You're never going to bring them to the putting green at Nace and say, right, go over there and hold a few putts and pretend you're going to win the players.
Yeah.
That's just a conversation over, really.
No, but like, I can understand where Brandel's going, what he's trying to do. Anyone that hasn't listened to Brandel Chambly's quotes on, like, he basically thinks it is a major. Like, it's the best major going. It's not should be a major. It's the
best one.
It's the best of the majors because the Golf Channel do a live from and have done since, I don't know. There's a, like, it's the PGA Tour getting in and he's buying into this. He's all, I don't know, he's a bit of a shill for the PGA Tour.
Yeah,
the way he goes on, like, he's a fan, like, which I understand there to a certain level. Like, I like him, I like most of his takes, but he just went a bit too far. And yeah, I agree with you. Nobody aspires to win the Players' Championship. Like, it's not even on the list. It's an unbelievably iconic tournament, and it's at a great venue. But
it's such an American thing to say. Like, you ask the Europeans, a lot of them will say, yeah, you want to win a major. You want to win the 4 majors and then your National Open.
But the Americans, their National Open is a major.
Yeah, it is a major, yeah, true.
But
still.
So the players, you can see why the players resonates. I take what he's saying with a pinch of salt as well about the best players in the world, and it's the best field in golf. It's not anymore. Like, until they start, like, if it's such a great tournament, invite P. Reid this year.
Yeah.
Invite the live lads along. If you're so comfortable that this is a major, as the PGA Tour, and the PGA Tour are doing their best. This all stemmed from them putting out an ad campaign saying March is major and hyping up the players and the Players' Championship. They're hyping it up on TV networks over in the States and all that. So they're trying to... It suits them now because, like...
They know live is starting to look a bit vulnerable.
Yeah, well, not even that it's vulnerable. It's still an option. It's a viable option for guys. And Elvis Smiley this week doing what he's doing, we'll get into that in a few minutes, but that proves that there's a lot of layers to what he has just achieved this week. There's a lot of moving parts, and the PGA Tour just aren't in control of what they like to be in control of anymore. And, like, McGinley sent out a tweet over the weekend highlighting the simple fact of they're trying to elevate the players because, like, the 5 biggest tournaments in global golf, the PGA Tour don't own them and nothing to do with them. So you have the 4 majors in the Ryder Cup.
Yeah.
They're the biggest commercial entities going. Now, the players, pre-live used to be the greatest of getting players together outside of the majors. And it was but you can't, it doesn't have the same kudos to it anymore with, like, Rahm not playing and Reed not playing. I don't know. Will Brooks be allowed playing the players this year?
I don't think so. I don't know.
He's not in this week. isn't he? Not. He's not into the
Not into the
Siggies.
Siggies. No, not in the Siggies.
I wonder, do the players?
That's the players that count. Players is a Siggy, I think, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he wouldn't be in it. But like, I love how you said March is major when Liv are going to Hong Kong and Singapore. Like, it's not like they're going to Adelaide to like maybe rival the crowds and whatever they're going this week. I know, but interesting little dig at them, I think.
Yeah, it's like I can tell like Brandel's thoughts are coming from a good place, but no, it's not for me. It's a lot of hype about something that no.
Yeah, well, Phil Mickelson fairly shut him down anyway.
What did Phil say?
Just said I've won the players. It isn't.
Phil had feck all else to be doing. Yeah, he wasn't with the high flyers this week anyway.
No,
they were shambolic. I think they finished last without him. Anyway, we'll get into that. Anything else on the PGA Tour side of things?
No, I save a little bit for the heroes and villains, I think.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Right. Next up, DP World Tour.
Are
P. Reid again.
Are we just Pádraig Reid fans now?
Yeah.
Are we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm comfortable with that. I am actually comfortable. Like, I was getting abuse, and even my brother called me out again last week. Oh, yeah, stealing my takes, doing this. It's like, no, I P. Reid. I'm
P. Reid and
paddle.
paddle.
P. Reid and paddle.
P. Reid and paddle.
No.
We're very comfortable.
No, it was good. I'm like, I don't. There's two ways of thinking of the P. Reid revival. Would he be doing this or getting anywhere closer? Is this more highlighting how shite the DP World Tour has got?
A bit.
Or is it he's excelling, he knows what he needs to do, he has the bit between his teeth, and he is excelling beyond the standards that are there? Like, there is a little bit of the last 4 years, the top 10 on tour have exited stage left and gone to America, and this is a perfect platform for him. Guys are kind of regretting now giving these first 3 or 4 tournaments a miss. Rory McIlroy is definitely looking at this, and he's not that he's like going, oh Jesus, like Rory barely set foot in Europe last year, and still won a Race to Dubai title.
He'll have to
for what he did.
He'll have to
he will have to
step.
Oh, he will have. If he wants to get a step closer to Monty's, what P. Reid has done in the last 2 weeks has just cemented this down. I am gonna try and win this, and I'm getting off to an early start. And like, because I did feel last season, and we've seen it in previous years as well, with probably half of Rory's DP World Tour titles, like his Order of Merits. You know, there's been other guys that have been far more supportive and play, like Marco Penge last year.
Yeah.
He should have won that title, but
yeah, what McIlroy does in majors, and then
outweighs
usually in the desert swing,
yeah,
he
comes
just
good.
keeps him up at the top. Like, yeah, McIlroy's nearly 2,000 points behind Reid at the moment in the Race to Dubai. So yeah, it's interesting, but I agree with what you say. Like, looking at the field, particularly for this week and in Bahrain, Reid was, you'd say, the class act in the field. Like, in the entry list, looking before even the ball is struck.
Now, that doesn't guarantee you're going to win. You still have to go out and produce.
That doesn't guarantee it. No, but if I was to look at the top 10, I would have said Reid and Angel Ayora would be in it, and they were. I think Ayora is going to be class.
I was so impressed by Callum Hill.
Yeah, fair play to him for
Bounce
coming
back
back.
ability, as Ian Dowie would say, back in the day. Like, for coming back like that, true, and like his back nine, he came home in 30 on Sunday, something he would have killed to do last week, but he got himself right, didn't look nervous at all.
Still had a shank as well along the way.
He had a shank in the front nine, yeah. But it was interesting, he said that in his tournament, and you hear a lot of players saying that when I'm playing really well, a shank is very close.
Yeah.
Just from strike patterns and where they're hitting it, like they're, taking it close to the hosel and working the ball and doing whatever.
Well, I've hit more shanks on the range in the last 12 months than I have in my entire life.
And you probably played your best golf.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just, it goes hand in hand. It was funny. It's nice to hear a player like that saying, but it was Pete. Like, Reid didn't have it all his own way, and this is what impressed me most about him this week. Like, it wasn't a start to finish win again. Like, he lost the lead halfway through this final round.
Yeah.
He was caught, and Oliver Lindell was chasing his first DP World Tour win. got ahead of him, and Reed in around the turn just kicked and just went for the finish line again. And he didn't put a foot wrong, really. You know, he made some mistakes early in the round, couple of bogeys, but then Reed just settled down and did what he did.
Yeah, no, it was. I don't know. It was nip and tuck there for a while, and then he just managed to coast home in the end.
Yeah, that was quite comfortable for him. Dan Bradbury as well put up a bit of a charge. Another Leeds man. Lose. Good win at the weekend.
Yeah. Can't say any more than that now,
It was
unfortunately.
over at the Forest match on Friday. It was, nice evening.
You're turned into a tourist fan. You're there vlogging the whole thing.
I wasn't vlogging it, and
Yeah.
I took after a goal was scored. You sound like my brother now, because he sent a photograph, because we were like front row seats. He sent a photograph saying, "Oh, surely we'll see you on telly." And then when Fark was going around clapping at the end, there's me with the phone out taking a video, and he's like, "There you are, yeah, I knew, yeah, tourist, plastic fans." I know it's funny, but no, it was, I was impressed. I was just P. Reed, like he's not bold enough to go to the magical Kenya Open next week, but
No.
you know,
No. Considering it's in 2 weeks as well.
2 weeks, sorry, 2 weeks.
But yeah, no, that like. Yeah, I won't get into. Moving on to Harrington.
Harrington, right, go on.
I just thought it was 500 start to make the cut, shoot 400 par rounds, best finish on the DP World Tour in 2 years. I thought that was the job well done.
Did you expect anything different from him though? That's the thing.
No, but like it's so funny. He bogeyed 15, and then in his first round, I think he should have birdied 18, missed like a 3 or 4 footer. And I think he bogeyed 17, 18, and he bogeyed 15, 17, 18, and 18. Like, he just throws in a late bogey every single time.
Yeah.
And then he missed a 1-footer on Sunday.
Did he miss a 1-footer?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Some of the short putting still is a bit rusty, but my God, he's hitting it as well as anybody.
That's it. Just outside the top 30 for a man that's 55 years of age. When you look at like he's finishing tying a score with Rafa Cabrera Bello.
Yeah.
Like, you look at guys in around him like that, like he's ahead of like
Nicholas Norgard
and Guido
Migliozzi.
Migliozzi, Brandon Stone, Andy Sullivan, guys like that. So like, yeah, he's my man Gilhooly was there as well.
Yeah, he was, yeah.
Owen
yeah.
Gilhooly. Doing well. Tied 48. Yeah, that was a good tournament. Like, I would not watch much of the Qatar Masters over the last number of years. But because Reed is there and it was interesting again, right from the get-go, Reed puts in a thing, eyeballs on. He's box office, like, so you can't not like him and you can't not like what he's doing.
Yeah, well, it's one of those things nearly like Scheffler in a way, because he is the pantomime villain. If he's there, you'll watch because you want to root against him almost as well.
Yeah.
I know you've made a full 180 turn there. You're in the P. Reed fan club.
No, I
You're
am.
president.
I
P.
am.
Reed
I'm
fan
not
club.
president. No, I'm not president. I'll be on the committee though. The oversight committee, just keeping an eye on things. But no, anything else in Qatar you want to hit on?
No, I don't think so now. No. The Harrington's content was unbelievable.
Yeah.
The top 10, like the 10 players with a better short game. I thought he was pissed off at the start, like a real oh God, what's this newfangled technology vlogging thing you're doing? And then he was like, oh, 10. No, none of them are better than me.
There's not enough. So I said this. We covered that last week, and I said you could have named God and Jesus and that, and he'd still keep going. Just be quiet. Right, on to Liv.
Yeah. Well, according to Cam Smith, future world number 1, Elvis Smiley won Liv Ria by a shot. He seemed absolutely delighted as well. Like, he was giving it loads.
It's a big, he finished just outside the top 20 on the DP World Tour last year. And then he kind of bypasses everything. So didn't get top 10, doesn't get, this is a no-brainer for him. When you look at his career, his career earnings last season from finishing that was just shy of €1 million.
Yeah, he gets 4 for this.
More, 5.7.
5.7?
They upped the prize funds this year. There's 25 million events now. So it's $5.6 million when you take it in. And then he has the team element all wrapped into it as well. So it's a no-brainer for him. Now, normally I would laugh at someone like Cam saying, "Yeah, future world number one." But when you see the jump he's after making on the world rankings this week, it kind of left me scratching my head a little bit. I didn't go that deep into how the world rankings are gonna pan out, or I thought last week, Liv are getting points for their top 10 players. This is a good move, and they're still giving out. They have nothing to be giving out about. Like the top. So Elvis Smiley got 23 world ranking points for this, and apparently that's what they're giving to all the winners. This doesn't really stack up well in my head for like someone that's been given out about. You get more for winning a live event than a DP World Tour event.
Yeah.
So Elvis Smiley
22.96 to 20.83.
Yeah.
Even though the strength of field
was far greater
at Qatar, yeah.
Yeah. I can't get my head around this, and I think this will skew things a bit. This is why Cam Smith's thing might ring true. Like, so Smiley, for beating that field that he beat, got more world ranking points this week than Scotty Scheffler, finishing third at the Waste Management. I think this is absolute mayhem. This is going to cause them trouble in the next 6 months.
Yeah, but only if you get a player who goes on a run.
Like Neiman.
How would you go
But
away?
you know, if he did it last year, there's 100 points.
World number one.
He would be.
And he still finish. He still wouldn't have a top 20 in a major.
All my premonitions from last year would have come true.
He would be the worst world number one of all time. And I include Lee Westwood in that.
I was going to say Lee Westwood because you include Lee Westwood in that. No, you can't knock a man for being world number one. I was a big Lee Westwood fan back in the day. Like a man that went like totally off the radar and then bounced back again. No, I won't have a bad word said about Lee Westwood.
Even though he's a big Brian Clough man.
Yeah, listen, they were putting their box there at the weekend. It's grand. As the Leeds fans were saying, it's a long way home to Derby when you're shit. They're going down as well.
Do you think?
Yeah.
West Ham are starting to tick.
Yeah.
West Brom are going down as well.
Yeah, no, I did there. It's let's not get distracted by the football. We still haven't mentioned
Gary Hurley.
Erling Haaland.
Who?
Erling Haaland, Gary Hurley. Right, on to Gary Hurley.
Brilliant. I was usually, like, when you read about Gary Hurley, it is so deep. Like, oh my God. And listening to the audio that I got off him on Thursday after the 65, God, you nearly be in tears. Listen to it. It's amazing.
No,
stuff.
and it is like he's the only. And I went a bit like deep into it last week. Of you feel a connection to him.
Yeah, you just want him to do well.
You want him to do well. You want, like, you look at him like, because you can see how hard he's trying. Now, not that he's trying any harder than anybody else, but he's articulating it better. He's letting you in on the journey a bit more.
Yeah,
Gary's always been like that.
There's no, like, he doesn't hide behind a curtain or anything like that.
There's very few guys who'll come out and speak like Gary did years ago about the struggles he had mentally and coping mechanisms and what he had to go through. Like, most guys keep that behind closed doors, and it takes balls to come out and lay all your issues out on the table and
especially
overcome them as well in a public manner, like with gobshites like us asking questions or tipping and thing. And we've no more understanding of the battles Gary Hurley has gone through in the last number of years. Yet we still cover it, and you try and pick the good out of it, but there's nothing but good you can pick out of what Gary Hurley has done.
Yeah, especially like to lay all that stuff out during a tournament. Like, it's different when if you're doing it before or after a final round on the Sunday. Like, and again,
it's still. I hate to cut across you. It's still the most fascinating interview I've ever sat in and asked questions on. I think it was just me and Brian Keogh. I don't know, were you there on it? Like, it was at
2 or 3 years ago.
3 years ago
at the K Club.
The final round in the K Club.
Yeah, I was there.
You
Yeah.
were there, and he just started crying.
Yeah.
And you didn't know what to say to him. And he was just so happy and overcome with emotion. He just started crying mid-interview. And you're just saying to him, wow, what you have done is unbelievable. And he just kept going and kept giving and dealing with the emotion of it just off the 18th green, of what it meant to him and what he'd overcome to do it. And I just look at him in such a different good, sort of way. Like, I want nothing but good for him. and was so happy to see him opening with a 65. And not just that, to back it up then with 3 other rounds on top of it.
Yeah, and like he
And
was,
put a full tournament together.
he flirted with being in the mix as well on the Sunday, which is obviously good to see as well. Like for people who don't know, he's suffering from Parsonage-Turner syndrome, so it's like a nerve damage in his right shoulder. So his right shoulder droops below his left, and like 3 weeks ago he wasn't sure if he was going to play. Last September he was thinking I might do something else and give up golf, and ends up making the cut last week in his first start in over a year. 9th then on Sunday. Moved up 44 places in the road to Mallorca to 15th, and there's 15 DP World Tour cards available. Like he got less than $6,500 for his efforts, which is shambolic. But he's playing this week and next. He's basically said, I'm going to put the shoulder to the absolute ultimate physical test, and if I'm game after that, then there's a season to be had here. But if he can put 2 good weeks together again, and maybe get into the top 10, like you are set for a run at promotion, as we saw Liam and Max do last year.
Yeah.
Whose results
Momentum.
admittedly after a quick start derailed, but they were still up there or thereabouts until the final week.
Yeah.
So there is an opportunity here to have a very, very good season. Like he's been on the DP World Tour before, and if he can just keep eking out the results and get that run of form he's desperate for, like there is an opportunity, because you are well rewarded for top 10s on the Challenge Tour. I will say that, or Hotel Planet Tour.
Not called the Challenge Tour.
No, everyone else seems to call it the Challenge Tour.
Yeah, you're right. And some of the other guys are going to feed off that as well. Like we're talking about this for the last few weeks of they need someone to break through and do well. And like Gary's a very accomplished player.
Yeah, well, made it to the DP World Tour. Like went from Alps to DP World Tour in the space of a year.
Yeah.
Just flew up the rankings again after taking a break away for mental health. So yeah, like you're like 33, still loads of time to make a really, really good career of this, and you just wish him all the best.
Yeah. No, nothing but the best for him. And a few of the other guys played okay as well.
Yeah, it was mixed for Connor Person and Liam Nolan, both 27th on 6 under. Again, like they both shot 3 under par rounds each, with a poor one chucked in between. Yeah, but they've had solid starts. They're 29th and 49th in the road to Mallorca, so like well placed after 2 events, I suppose. Max Kennedy missed the cut by 1, and James Sugrue missed the cut by, in the end, distance. But like there was so much good stuff in there. He just threw it away at the end of both rounds.
Yeah,
it was so much good stuff. Just kind of fell apart. But like he'll learn from that, and
he just needs to get over the line a couple of times.
Yeah,
make
you just need to make
that
couple
like,
of cuts and build.
Yeah, break through that barrier and then onto the next, and he will.
Ah, yeah, it's difficult as well when you're playing on invites and a low category and everything. But on Friday he was 6 under through 9 holes, and then comes back home on 41. Like it's killer stuff.
Yeah, no, it is. It's tough. Like it is tough. But anything else, Dan?
No, just another tournament in South Africa this week as well. The NTT Data Pro-Am. So it'll be 4 Irish in there: Max, Connor, Liam, and Gary. Top 4 finishes for each of them.
No, I'd fancy Gary Hurley to back up what he did last week down there.
Yeah, well, it's important. Like the thing with being in South Africa all the time, it gives the opportunity to build that sense of momentum. Like you're not hopping on a plane and traveling all over the place.
Yeah. So
like you can kind of settle yourself down there for a month or two, and yeah, probably will feel like you're playing at home for a while.
Yeah. Right, roundup.
Yeah, we had a bit of a mad student series return during the week. Connor Stapleton of Maynooth University was second in the men's category in Portugal, and then UCD's Maeve McLaughlin was tied second in the women's. Final round was rained off. Like the weather we're getting here is pretty much the same as we're getting in Portugal, so you got to spin these things positively. But yeah, so Maeve was 3 shots off the lead going into the final round, and Connor was 1. And yeah, I'm sure they'll be happy enough with second place finishes, but it was just a mess of a week. They played in storm conditions for the first 2 rounds, and then thunderstorms put the course underwater, essentially.
Is this the tournament you were sticking the wrong photographs for the lads up for?
I stuck the photograph with the name Connor stapled on it. It's not my fault the Getty boys got it wrong.
They're not tagging them right and
They're
Getty.
not.
So his dad had to reach out to you during the week and go, that's not my son.
Yeah, well, unlucky.
Yeah. All right, anything else going on?
No, I don't think so. There was Minotaur. Alex Maguire kind of finished in midfield there, but he's played like non-stop golf for the last month and a bit, so he's home after that, and they're going to have I think a 2-week break on the Minotaur, and Paul McBride will be playing the next Minotaur event as well, which would be interesting to see how he gets on. But no, from the Minotaur point of view and sort of the roundup point of view, we've been going quite well, I think, from an Irish perspective.
I think Paul McBride's going to hit the ground running on that tour this year. Last roll of the dice. Like, I know he's working with the guys at Raflewski as well. He's working up with them lads.
I knew you'd hop on this when you saw that.
Yeah. When I saw what?
No.
He is. No, I think he is. I think he's going to have a good season.
Yeah, well, he was going well in the Hotel Planner Tour for a while and just ran out of invites,
Ran out of
essentially.
starts, yeah. This is where, you know, whatever starts Golf Ireland gets, we need to be looking at spreading them a bit better, you know? It's not all about supporting lads with money. Just get them into tournaments when they're playing well. Let them make their own money. Just get them into tournaments, you know? Not that they're not doing that, but I just think they could do a little bit more. We could start to what it's all about.
Yeah, I completely agree. And then I suppose finally we better touch on the Ladies European Tour is back this week in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
The PIF Saudi Ladies International. So we've Lauren Walsh, Anna Foster in at the moment. Sarah Byrne was first reserve when I last looked. Now I can't see her at all. So I don't know what's going on there. Either she's got in or just completely taken her name away. But yes, at the moment we've 2 players playing.
Possibly 3.
Possibly 3.
All right. Right. Heroes and villains.
My hero is...
You're going straight for the heroes.
Yeah. Joachim Lagergren's caddy, Jesse Carlson. Did you see that?
No.
I can't remember what hole it was on, but Lagergren drives into a waste area and the ball like disappears underneath all these big massive boulders.
Oh, I did see it.
And your man's like 8 foot.
Yeah.
Lifting everything, and Joachim's just there lifting these little pebbles.
I seen him lifting and leaning the rocks in against his legs. And I was going, you're going to cut the legs off yourself there.
Makes par.
Did he make par?
Yeah, hit the green, made par. Fired the ball over the flagstick, actually, made par. So yeah, and the DP World Tour, being the content kings that they are, interviewed the 2 of them afterwards.
Should that be legal?
Well, they're loose impediments.
Yeah, but yeah, they should put a size limit on.
They're loose if you can lift them.
If you can, yeah, that's according to your man that gave Tiger the ruling, yeah. If you can get lads. Remember that, but you were too young for that. But you've obviously seen videos of Tiger
I
getting
think
the crowd,
yeah.
getting the crowd to move. I think that could have been Phoenix anyway.
Yeah, I think it was.
Was the waste management back in the day? Like, this thing was like 2-3 ton of a rock. It took like 30 lads to roll it a few times, get it out of his way, and then Tiger just hammers it. So you're going for them for heroes. I'm going for Jackson Coovan as my hero of the week. So he's the world #1 amateur now still. He gave up his status on the taking his full PGA Tour card to stay in college. This year, going through his last round, he shot 25 under for 54 holes in Hawaii during the week, and his Auburn team shot a combined 77 under to win the team event too. It's just the blasé. He's staying in college. He just said, I'll go to the PGA Tour when I'm ready. I'm having fun here with my mates and really enjoying college. And you have to tip your hat to a guy like that.
Yeah, not chasing the money straight away.
100%. Just enjoying his childhood, because he's still a child. Still a young lad, just forging his way through. So yeah, so when I seen that sticking out, yeah, he gets my Pádraig Harrington Hero of the Week nod.
Fair.
Who are we going to go for?
That has to be the caddy.
I knew you'd say that. Oh, no, I'm putting the boot down. Coovan's getting it. Coovan's getting it. One for the kids.
All right, because you could be getting the villain of the week anyway.
Well, exactly what we hit on earlier on. So Gary Player villain of the week for me. I have that YouTube Jack Doherty. I'd never really heard of him. I kind of when I went looking a bit more, and then I have seen like clips of his pop up where he's a security guard going around and like he's going just intimidating, just acting a maggot. But he was going like incentivizing people, paying people to shout jackass in the middle of their backswing and stuff.
Yeah.
And gobshites were taking the bait because they obviously know him and know his channel and wanted to get their 10 seconds of fame. But I'm happy to see the cops were having none of it. They just hauled him in straight away. What are you doing here? Did you see the video they stuck out?
Yeah.
What are you doing here?
Mackenzie
I'm
Hughes.
just enjoying no, we know who you are. Come on. What are you trying to achieve here? Right? If you set foot back in this property again, you're going straight to prison. And he was just like, yeah, okay. So his big lackey wasn't with him, his big bodyguard and stuff like that. So yeah, he's a different boy when he doesn't have his hired help around him standing in front of people's way and just goading people. But the sooner the better there's laws made about this shit. That there's not kids going around. Like, I'm all for content.
But
not that type of content. Like, that's just, you're blatantly going out to disrupt something else looking for attention. Like, there should be laws against this or commercializing it. Like, YouTube need to stand up for this and just ban guys like this for a few months.
Yeah, I agree.
Just
I
take
agree.
away like what they perceive to be their free power and their influence over others. Just take it away for a few months. See how they react. They'll be crying. The mental health card will come out then.
Yeah, I pretty much agree. I have him down. Then just the fan at the Waste Management who yelled when Matsuyama was standing over a putt, and then even worse, he yelled when he was doing his backswing. Like, he was on the downswing. He pretty much like parallel on the way down when someone yelled at him again. Wouldn't happen if he was American.
No, exactly. Sure, he didn't understand what they were roaring at him.
No comment.
Right, I think that's it for the week. Nice quick
Think
pod
so,
this week.
Yeah, back on the SIGs this week.
Back on the Siggies. Yeah, we were meant to do the season. Like, we'll have to do it for next week. We've been talking about it in the last couple of weeks, getting into
Mark has
predictions and
all
stuff
the
like
stats then.
Yeah, congrats to Mark, actually. Mark decided to go have a baby, so we'll blame that.
But he didn't have the baby. He could well capable of coming onto this pod.
We will blame Mark. We'll blame Mark for not having the stats for the year. He was meant to compile all them stats.
You know what? For all the shite he gives you, he's given you recently on the pod about your rogue takes. Fuck him. He's to blame.
Oh God! Right. On that note, cheers for tuning in. Cheers to Flowgas for sponsoring the pod. I did call it out last week as well. Irish Golfer Events. The series is live now. If you are looking for a good day out, they are filling up quite fast. So visit irishgolfer.ie/events. Have a look at that, and we will be back next week with a recap of the first Siggy of the year. Rory defending his title in Pebble Beach. So yeah, be nice to see him back, see what's going on, and get a look at Pebble Beach again. So yeah, cheers for tuning in, and we'll chat to you again next week.